Hello guys, I would be starting today with the very first chapter, that is physical world and measurements. So I would be covering basic concepts as well as 5 important questions for NEET preparation. So in this chapter we have to study about physical dimensions. So we have 3 physical dimensions that we have to study, that is mass, length and time. So you have to take care of these 3 quantities, that is very important: mass, length and time. I will take very simple example, that is of force. Now we all know that force can be written as mass into acceleration. Now you all know that acceleration can be written as change in velocity over time taken. So I will replace acceleration with velocity over time. So you all know that mass can be represented. Mass is only symbol here, so I will write mass as it is here. And you all know that velocity is written as meter per second. So I can write velocity in terms of length and time. So velocity is length over time. So we have 2 time here and we have 1 mass here. So this equation can be written as mass into length into time square. Time raised to power minus 2, because we have to take time in numerator. So it will be, the equation will be, now as you can see we have 1 in mass, so m1, and 1 in length, so it will be L1, and T is minus 2, so T raised to power minus 2. So the dimension for force is m raised to power 1, L raised to power 1, and T raised to power minus 2. Let's come on to the 5 important questions for NEET preparation. So I would be covering 5 questions today related to this topic. So let's start with question number 1. It says, if the error in the measurement of radius of a sphere is 2%, then the error in the determination of volume of the sphere will be. So it is very simple. It says what is the error in volume of the sphere. If the error measurement of radius of sphere is 2%, that means what is given to us is del r over r, that is 2%. Now we all know that the volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now how to differentiate it? First of all, your work is, whenever we need to find error, you have to take log here. So you have to take log on both the sides. So it will be ln v equal 3 pi ln plus ln r cube. Now I would be differentiating both sides. So it will be del v over v, and as you can see we have constant terms here, so this will be neglected or it will be taken as 0 only, and r cube is here in the last term, so it will be 3 del r plus r. So in this equation, as you can see, we are given with del r over r, so it will be 3 times 2%, this will be 6%. So the correct answer to this question is 6%. I hope this is clear to you all. Let's move on to the second question. Okay, so the second question is, if the dimensions of a physical quantity are given by MaLbTc, then the physical quantity will be. You have to choose one answer to this. So the first one is velocity, and it says a is 1, and if you see that velocity is actually never related to mass, so a can't be 1, so the first one is neglected. Now let's see for the second option. It says acceleration. If A is 1, B is 1, C is minus 2. So acceleration is change in velocity over time taken. So velocity and time taken is related to length and time, but not with it is actually mass over second square. So as you can see, sorry, not mass over second square, it is meter per second square. So meter per second square, meter can be written as L and second square can be written in terms of T. So it can't be related to mass. So this will be neglected again. Now we have force. Force is related to mass and acceleration. So as we know that mass is there, so A can't be 0 here. So that means our last option is the right one and we can verify too. So as you know that pressure is force over area. Now you all know that force can be written as mass into acceleration. Okay, let's write the force one. Force is m1 L1 T minus 2 and area can be written as L square because we have length in that. So it is the total will be m1 as it is L minus 1 T minus 2. So as you can see, A is 1, B is minus 1 and C is minus 2. So the correct option is the fourth one, pressure. Now, the third question says you have to write the dimensions of half epsilon naught E square. Epsilon naught, you know, is actually the permittivity of free space, and E is actually the electric field. So, you all know that this dimension is actually equal to mu E. Mu A is equal to half epsilon naught E square. So you might be familiar that mu E is actually equal to energy over volume. Now you all know that energy actually can be written as mL square T minus 2 and volume again is written as only in terms of length. So it is L3. Now we will solve this part. It will be m as it is, L will be minus 1 and T will be minus 2. So my right answer to this equation is second part. Okay, let's move on to the fourth one. This one a bit tricky. It says a student measures the distance transferred in free fall of a body initially at rest in a given time. He uses this data to estimate g, the acceleration due to gravity, if the maximum percentage errors in measurement of the distance and the time are E1 and E2 respectively. The percentage error in the estimation of g is. So we need to basically find the percentage error in g. So first of all, we need to write the equation for this equation. So we can use h equal to ut plus half a, or you can write gt square, as we need to find percentage error in the estimation of g. So I will replace a with g here. So let us assume that the body at rest. So the first term here will be 0. So h equal to half gt square. Now our work is to define this equation in terms of g. So I will use cross multiplication to make this equation in terms of g. So it is 2h t square. Now as the question is of errors, so we need to take again the natural log on both sides. So it will be ln g equal to ln 2 plus ln h minus 2 ln t. Now I will differentiate it, so it will be del g over g. The first term is actually constant, so it will be 0. Del h over h minus 2 del t over t. Now read the question again. It says if the maximum percentage error in measurement of a distance and the time are E1 and E2 respectively. It says maximum percentage error. That means we are given with del h over h into 100 equal to E1 and del t over over t into 100 equal to E2. So this is given to us. So I will put the values here. Now it says the maximum. Maximum means you have to change this time to plus. So my final equation will be del g over g into 100 equal to del h over h into 100. And this negative sign will be replaced with a positive sign plus del t over t, 2 is there, and into 100. So it will be E1 plus 2E2. So my answer to this question is the second part, B part. Let's move on to the last question. So in this question, we need to find the dimensions of mu naught epsilon naught raised to power minus half. So you might be familiar that this equation is actually the speed of light. C equals 1 mu naught epsilon naught. This can be written in this form. So C is is speed of light, and speed of light is actually measured in terms of meter per second. So meter per second, meter is again length and over time. So it will be LT minus 1, the C part. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you like the content. Bye.